how's everyone doing? I'm starting the stream up a lot earlier today. Okay.
No way.
By the way, guys, earlier today, I spent, you know, maybe like 45 minutes, talking to another investment scammer, and I was pissing him off. I recorded the whole thing. I'll have that video out, probably in a couple of days. Yeah, so I was trolling a scammer earlier. It was pretty funny. No, I haven't, Mr. Green. What's good, bro? Thanks for hopping into my stream on Saturday. Hope you enjoy your stay. Well, thank you, Joker. Thanks, man.
LGT with some urgent business.
Oh, no, come on.
Someone's about to
This is how, like, the stream starts for Raid. You gotta be kidding me. Invite me to GT Online. Well, Agent Reaper, I think I added you, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I sent you a friend request like a week or two ago. You can just join me. You just join my session. Oh, Venge, I'm sorry. Venge, I'll help you right after this. I'm sorry. I just accepted the first invite that I got. I'm sorry. I promise I'll help you right after this raid. I'm sorry. Just give me a moment, Venge. I'll stop this raid and I'll join your MC. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Hi, Joker. I don't get into the politics, Glover. I said I enjoyed your Ace Attorney parts and you gave me an attitude. Really? Wow, just about, wait, when did I give you an attitude? What are you talking about, dude? Can you do a Red Dead Revolver playthrough, please? Thank you, Sean. I'll do a Red Dead Revolver playthrough sometime in the future. Just don't know when. Yeah, I will do a video of just ranking all the DLCs from worst to best. Like, oh, what the? The game's a little louder. Okay, hold on. That should be better now, right? You should be able to hear me much better now. You said this is how it starts? Oh, I'm talking about the raid that happens at the start. Okay, Venge, can you invite me now? I'm sorry about that earlier. Enjoy the Shekels Pro. Love from Israel. Thank you, Logic. Thank you, man, for the super chat. I appreciate it now. Thank you, man. I got you. And thank you, Agent, also. Thank you, Logic, and thank you, Agent, for the super chats. Okay. Okay, Venge, invite me now. I'm sorry about that. What's my favorite food? Sushi. Am I in Venge's? Is this Venge's MC? I think I'm in Venge's MC, right? Okay. Okay, yeah, I am. Hey Pro, just came to stop by. I gotta work today. I'm getting promoted to assistant manager, so I'll catch you on next stream. Good. I hope everything goes good with your promotion there, Golden Stripe. That cop car driver reminded me of the State Muscle Cruiser from Need for Speed Undercover, huh? I never played those games. Is it possible to join if we're playing on Europe servers? There really is no such... I don't think there really is such a thing as Europe servers or American servers on this game. There's just servers. So just join me. I have people from a bunch of different countries always joining me, so just feel free to join me. If you have me added, you can just join. Yeah, peer-to-peer lobbies. This is gonna be an ambush, a police ambush. Can somebody, whoever does not get a bike, whoever's not in a bike, can you fly over there to that place and just bomb it, just so it spawns the real location? Because this is an ambush. This is not a real location. The person has to be in the MC, by the way. It can't be a person who bombs it who's not part of the MC. I sure love getting home runs on the hoods and skins. Be watching War Dogs and Smileys, head exploding on the innocent Cerberus and CCPD. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Waifu. I wonder if they'll ever release a Manhunt 3, but probably not because of political correctness. That's probably the reason it'll never come out. No, I don't think his house is going to be anywhere there, Pro 193, and I don't think it's possible to find out where it was. What video are you going to do to celebrate GTA Online's 11th anniversary? I'm not sure how to think about that. Well, honestly, I tell you something. If somebody is getting like if somebody's getting like pissed off over a video game, you know, I don't personally understand video game controversies really. I don't know why people will get pissed off over that, like, you know, get upset at that. And I'm more talking about getting pissed off at the type of game. Like, if the game is broken or it's glitchy or it's not like, you know, what the game was advertised as, I understand getting pissed at that. But if somebody's getting like pissed at like the violence in Manhunt, like for example, and like trying to make a controversy out of that, I think that's personally kind of stupid. Yes, and we'll do a stream on GTA 4. Bro, you made me watch Kaio intro inside the scene 3 damn times. I was dying inside, but it was funny. Well, thank you. But I didn't know that crashing the car was actually gonna reset the heist. I actually didn't know that because I never did that driving Rubio in the water. So I just wanted to see what would happen. Can you help me after Venge, please? Sure, Mark, I can. Thank you for the super chat. I hope Star Wars Outlaws isn't a disaster, because I want a game that takes place in the criminal underworld of Star Wars. Good luck on it, Jackie. Today's my birthday. I'll hit the big 25. Well, happy birthday, Zach. Bro, why do you keep dressing as Gus? Well, this was just my cosplay for the Cluckenbell Farm raid, but I'll have another cosplay soon for the future. How long did it take to get to 750, rank 750 or 750 million? What do you mean exactly? If you mean rank 750, probably a couple years. If you're talking about 750 million, 750 million, the thing, if you were running, like, if you are really determined, like, really determined, you could probably get $10 million a day on GTA. Like, if you had really played that much, probably possibly even more. So if you really put time into it and you get, like, $10 million every day, then probably, I would say, like, within, like, half a year, you probably could get 750 million if you really, like, you know, grind it like crazy. Lester is here.
Hey, which one of my skills is required?
When you finish this drop-off, is the money split with associates, or do you get it all? The money splits with... Well, the host gets everything, but the associates get a different pay. Do you think Kenny Petrovich, the DEA, and El Rubio will be major antagonists in GTA 6? Well, what the... Is there nobody driving that car? What? Okay, now there's NPCs in it. Great. I can't shoot back at them, because if I shoot back at them, I'm gonna get cops again. Hold on, we'll do this. Try to chase me now. How's the working out going? I try to work out 3 days a week. Sometimes I do it to 2 days, but I try to do at least two days. I focus mostly on arms and body. Okay, 1.8 here. And I was gonna answer a question here earlier. Do I think Kenny Petrovich, the DEA, and El Rubio will be major antagonists in GTA 6? If so, why? Kenny Petrovich, I think, is going to make a brief appearance. I don't think he's really going to be the main antagonist. Yeah, I don't think he's really going to be the main antagonist, because he wasn't that much of a known character in GTA 4. He's probably going to have some kind of appearance in GTA 6, because he does have a base of operations in Vice City. So I'd say, the DEA is definitely going to be enemies, or if it's not the DEA, Rockstar might create like a fictional federal police. That's what they might do, because it was always called DEA in Vice City Stories. They were called DEA. You know, it's Drug Enforcement Administration. So they might make like a fake DEA, like something like a new one, GTA's version of it. And Rubio, I think Rubio is definitely going to be a major character in the next GTA game. I think he'll definitely appear in that one. Aw, damn. That their second rat? Are you talking about, like, Abigail? Like, people think that Abigail was the rat? I don't really believe that. If there was more credibility to that theory, I think there would be some direct evidence in the game. Why don't they use real police groups like CIA or FBI that they did with DEA? Maybe to avoid controversies? Maybe that's the reason.
Fucking state is fucked. Jeez, dickhole.
But why do I have cops now? Oh, great, because I'm probably driving a stolen car. Nice. 118 grand. Nice. No, you can't do that anymore. You used to be able to carry them with a helicopter, but you really can't do that anymore. Would you help me do Kaio on stream? I think that would be hilarious. You mean on my stream or on your stream? I could definitely help you with a Cayo Perico heist. We could definitely do it in the future, Joker. I would just have to add you after the stream because I can't add anybody during the stream. So maybe next stream or whenever you stream next time, I could help you with that. We could do that too. Hey Jay.
You doing this?
Go to your next business. I'll take care of this for you, Bench. Nice glasses. Well, thank you. Will I ever cover a VR game? I wanted to play the Sniper Elite VR games one day. Okay, Joker. Joker, can you tell me what is your PSN? Can you help me or someone help me with all my stuff? Why you here on that? I know it's a weird name, but it's thank you for the super chat. I will I can help you, but I'm gonna help Mark next after I help Bench, and then I could possibly help you afterwards. I still have to also help, Marcus and a few other people as well. Play Call of Duty World at War. I actually tried to play Call of Duty World at War once, but I got a strike for it. I'll try again in the future. Thank you, Shark, for the super chat also. Thanks, man. Love your videos, Pro. How you doing? I'm doing good, bro. How are you, man? Have I played Fallout New Vegas before? I've done more than that. I have a platinum trophy in Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, I will help you also, Fernando. A lot of people I gotta help. Anyway, Pro, good luck with the stream. Thank you, WFan King. Okay, Joker. I will send it to you later tonight. I'm Polish Mercenary. Thank you, Razvan. Thank you for the super chat too, man. What Fallout corporation would you say is the most evil? Vault-Tec. The horrible experiments Vault-Tec did, yeah, it's gotta be Vault-Tec. Thank you, Eternus. Do you need those glasses to see? No. This is just part of my cosplay. I haven't watched a new Fallout TV show. I'll have another Fallout port tonight. Oh dear, I hit a deer. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's why I'm dressing up as, Gustavo Fring. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's actually a Trevor line. If you run over a deer, as Trevor says, "Oh dear, I hit a deer." Favorite cosplay? Oh, that's easy. The Aiden Pierce cosplay. Okay, and let me also save your name here. Also, Joker.
We have a sale. Transferring now. Long John over.
Okay. Is this an alt account? What do you mean alt account? I played both BioShock 1 and 2, turning into Watts from New Hampshire, USA. I've actually been to New Hampshire. I've been there before. I've driven through it. It's a very beautiful state.
Take him down.
Do you have an original Xbox? No. I have an Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Oh, I can't have a dog. Most dogs I'm actually allergic to. Any crazy current event videos soon? Not really. However, though, there is a video that I will be releasing in a couple days of just me making a scammer really angry. Before the stream started, I spent like 45 minutes annoying a scammer on the phone. Yeah, he's in Watch Dogs. And the thing about it is, do you know what I did? I pretended to be an old man, and at the very end, I told the scammer that I know this is a scam, and I told the scammer that I know what country he's in. I told him his city. I told him his internet provider. I told him the type of phone that he was on, and I also told him what browser he was using, and he hung up on me. Okay, 5 miles here. If you want to know what kind of scam it was an investment scam. The guy was basically thinking that I was going to invest thousands of dollars with him. Do you own everything in the game or not? Not really. I almost all the military vehicles. I pretty much own all military vehicles. Almost every single military vehicle in this game. Almost all special vehicles I pretty much own. I own all properties. I don't own all clothes, and I don't own all vehicles. Love you. When you make scammers angry. So funny. Well, thank you, Christine. Yeah, I can do Fallout New Vegas one day on the channel. I'm doing Fallout 3 right now, but I can do Fallout New Vegas one day too. Can you open the interaction menu so I can add you? Well, Joker, I can't add anyone during streams. I can add you for my next stream, or I can join you on your stream after the stream. I promise I will add you, but I just can't add anyone during streams. Because I have a full friends list, so I would have to go through the friends list and decide on who I'm going to remove, and I don't want to do that in the middle of the stream. So I'm just, and I don't remove people for no reason. I only remove people when, they've been offline for like a year, or if they do something really bad, but 99% of the time it's like when they've been offline for like a year. Yeah, I want to play a Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway one day. And Zach, you're a YouTuber also. What is the friends limit? 2,000? It is 2,000. Okay, almost there. Oh, come on. That sucked. Okay. Yeah, but Ken Lynch will unfortunately probably never get a TV show. Yeah, I think that I don't think Abigail was a rat at all. I agree with you, Mr. Blue Wolf. Is it possible to get thousands a day just using trader and naturalist role? Thousands a day? Just trader and the trader. Damn. Remind me, how much does a full trader sell for again? How much? The full trader, how much does it sell for again? On Reddit Online. Can somebody just remind me again in the comments? I just lost my track of thought on that. 600. So if you're talking thousands, you could probably make 2 trader sales a day. I think it's like 4 hours to produce, right? So it's that would be $1,200. And if you did naturalist, yeah, you could probably get to $2,000 a day just doing naturalist and trader, but that's not the most effective way. I would say the most effective way to make money would be to have naturalist, no, trader running, trader producing, then have moonshiner producing, and while you're doing that, do a bounty hunter mission, put the bounty on the back of your horse, and run around getting collectibles, and then the last minute deliver the bounty, and then sell, both. That is probably, I think, the most effective way to make money for Reddit Online. You're very business savvy, Pro. Thank you, man. Okay, here we go. You've been watching the Fallout series, love it, dude. And have you seen my Fallout playthrough, Jacob? I see you have the Yes Man avatar, too. There we go, that's done, okay. Normal DualSense controller I'm using. How much do you think the PS5 Pro will cost? Probably $400. They will probably put the PlayStation 5 on sale, probably at like $300, and then sell PlayStation 5 Pros for 400. That's what I think they'll probably do. Do you think the Legion would have won without the Courier's intervention in the Mojave? Probably, yeah. Yeah, because, the thing about it is the Legion has way higher morale than the NCR. Like, I never see the Legionnaires have low morale, like, ever. Do you ever see the Legionnaires with low morale in the story? I don't really see that, but you see plenty of NCR soldiers with low morale. The NCR might have better tech, but having better technology is irrelevant when your morale is basically through the dumpster. So that's what I'll say. Is I think that the Legion probably would win. Oh yeah, I remember the original price in the PS3 too. Yep. You got PS5 Slim. Are you satisfied? PS5 Slim is okay. You know, I did it. I bought it just so I could review it for you guys and show it to you guys. Oh, and hi, Jaden. How are you, man? Thank you for subscribing. But the thing about those Slim, like, the Slim model does have a little bit more memory and it's a little bit skinnier. But if you don't really care that much about space, it'll be, get regular, PlayStation 5. You can always put a hard drive into the PlayStation 5. I played Halo. Yes, I've played them before at friends' houses. Do I think GTA 6 will have a new online or the same one as GTA 5? It's probably going to be a bit different, but it's not. You're not going to have all this stuff at launch like you have in GTA Online. Oh, I missed your super chat. Hold on. I'm following you for fun. Please don't judge me. I'm not judging you, Agent Reaper. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you, Tobbed. Thoughts on the Mexican-American War? Well, most people argue that there's two Mexican-American wars. There's the Texas War of Independence, and then there's the, Mexican-American War. I'm assuming you're referring to the second one. Thank you, Jay, for the super chat. The Mexican-American War is how the U.S. had acquired, so much territory, like New Mexico, Arizona, most of California, those places. The U.S. got that from the Mexican-American War. Those places, gotta head out, got work tomorrow. Bye, Pro and Chat. I'll see you, Joker. Take care, man. Hey, Pro, can I play within your lobby? Sure you can. Do you have me added, Jay? Thank you for the super chat. You haven't played GTA Online since the Bogdan update. You mean Doomsday? Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff that's been added ever since then. Yes, I did hear about that Lucho Valley. I did hear about that. You were talking about the Mexican-American War, yeah. So the Mexican-American War, I think that was Polk. Was it Polk who was the president during that? I think it was Polk. Polk kind of provoked Mexico into that conflict. It was I'm pretty sure that it was Mexico who attacked first in the Mexican-American War, but I think Polk provoked them. So the U.S. did want a war with Mexico at that time. What I will say about the Mexican-American War is that the U.S. kind of provoked it. I would say the Texas War of Independence had more justification probably than the Mexican-American War, but the Mexican-American War is a pretty stupid conflict. Okay, let's go to his next business. I'm joining your session in 30 minutes. Hope I can help. I can get help selling my businesses because I'm going to Puerto Rico for a week this week. Oh, okay, Yarit. So I hope you have a great time in Puerto Rico. And if you join my session, I could probably help you. But I have a few people that I'm helping at the moment. So when I'm done with that, I can probably help you. I do read YouTube comments. I don't have you added. May I add you? What's your PSN? Well, you can tell me what your PSN is. I can't add you during streams. I would have to add you after so we can play next time. Go to LSI and enter a helicopter. Okay. Fallout 3 is a great game. I'm disabled and I have C5 spinal cord injury. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, James. Is that why we can't go to Mexico in Red Dead Redemption 2 because the Mexican-American War? The Mexican-American War happened like 50 years before Red Dead Redemption 2. So it was like the Mexican-American War was like in the 1840s. America is at war in 1898, but not with Mexico. America is actually at war with Spain, the Spanish-American War. So America is actually fighting in like Cuba, and America is fighting in Cuba and the Philippines at that time. Hi, I'm from India. Woke up middle of the night to watch your stream. Oh, hello, Ratnadeep, if I'm reading your name correctly. How are you, man? Do you think you'll be able to transfer your GTA Online character to GTA 6's online mode? Character? No. Money? No. Rank? Possibly. Thank you, yes or no? Hey, Maurice. How brutal was the Chinese front in World War II, and do you think it should get recognition in World War II games? Yes. I don't really know any World War II game that has the Sino-Japanese War. There really isn't any that I can think of. And here's the thing is, the Japanese and the Chinese started fighting since 1937. So when you really think about it, China technically is the first country that got invaded in World War II, because it started in 1937, 2 years before conflict started in Europe. So it was China was. You can make the argument that China was the first country that got invaded during World War II, and millions of people died in China during the Sino-Japanese War. Like, the Japanese had leveled entire cities in China. Like, Shanghai had gotten obliterated. You know, Nanking was heavily bombed, and so many civilians had been massacred. It was, the Japanese were extremely brutal in China. And the Japanese, you know, the Japanese did not see the Chinese as people. You know, they treated them like garbage. If you could take any untold World War II story into a film, what would it be? Simo Häyhä, the Finnish sniper. The deadliest sniper in the world. Well, there's Spanish Civil War as well. Yeah, but that wasn't really an invasion. That was an internal conflict that different powers fought each other over. Like the Soviet Union supported the Republican side, where Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy supported the nationalist side. I know it will never happen, but which of these two DLCs do you like? GTA Vice City, The Harwood Butcher, or GTA 4 Serbia? Maybe the Serbia one, because we haven't seen we haven't ever seen, you know, outside the US in a GTA game. Thank you, Mr. Sawkiller. Italy's invasion of Ethiopia, right, how could I forget that? I'm sorry. What year was that when that happened? What year was that? And the Italians, I think, used chemical weapons when they invaded Ethiopia. Let's get over this mountain. 1936. So yeah. So then technically, then Ethiopia is technically the first country that got invaded during World War II. Then. Japan did invade China in 1933, but they took Manchuria, and then there was a peace treaty for some time, and then they invaded again in 1937, but... Well, the Greek front, the thing about it is that the Greeks actually would have won their front early on if Germany actually did not intervene. Because what happened was Italy conquered Ethiopia, and they conquered Albania, and then Mussolini tried to conquer Greece. But the thing about Greece is that Greece was like the northern parts of Greece are very rocky and a lot of mountainous terrain, and when Italy invaded, it was an absolute disaster, and the Greeks were just jumping them. And so the Italians were getting absolutely destroyed. Like, if Germany did not intervene in that conflict, I guarantee you that Greece would have defeated Germany, 100%, if Germany did not intervene in that conflict. Have I played The Division 2 yet? I actually played it when it came out in 2019, but I honestly lost interest in it. Thank you, DHC. And thank you, Maurice, Jordan. I am waiting for that new Division game that's supposed to be free. The Division Heartlands. When is that game coming out? Does anybody know when it's coming out? Because I'm waiting for that one. I might give that one a try when it comes out. The Heartlands Red Dead Redemption 2 reference. It's not really a Red Dead Redemption 2 reference because it's always been called the Heartlands. Like, that's a region of America. What game will you play after Fallout 3? Watch Dogs. Did you record the phone call with the scammer where you were pretending to be an old man? Yes, I did record the phone call. You should have seen the best part of the video. I'll have the video uploaded in a couple days. But like the best part of the video, when I was talking to the scammer thought he was gonna get $19,000 from me. Literally, I was pretending to be an old man, and I was pretending that I was gonna. He wanted me to buy $19,000 in Bitcoin, and I was pretending that I was gonna do it. And what ended up happening is I just changed my voice out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, like near the end, I just changed my voice, my regular voice. I told him, listen, I know this is a scam. And I told him what country he was in. I told him what city he was in. I told him what internet provider he had. I told him what phone he was using, what type of phone. And I told him even what the internet browser he was using. And so I told him I know that wasn't his real name. And I told him that he was either in a call center or a hotel. And he was silent and just hung up on me. I think I scared him. Yeah. Also, if you want to know what I did afterwards, I actually sent him a text message. I sent him a text message afterwards, but I think he blocked me because I couldn't call him anymore, so I hope the text message at least went through. But let me read the text message. What did I send him? This is what I said to the scammer afterwards. So when the scammer hung up on me, I said this. I said, "This is Agent Steve Haynes with the National Office of Security Enforcement. I know you're not in Florida." And then I told him your location. And I said, you know, you create fake bot accounts to trick people into thinking they are having a real conversation. And I told him his internet provider right here. And I told him you are using Globacom internet and you are on an Android device running Google Chrome. And then I wrote, you feel good about yourself taking advantage of old people who work their entire lives. I wonder how you can sleep at night. Are your parents proud of you? You are evil people. So I don't know if that message ended up getting through, but that's what I ended up sending him afterwards. So after he hung up on me, I sent that to him. Okay. Check if the number is also on WhatsApp if you use that. It was a WhatsApp number that he was calling me on. Why is the game telling me I'm being marked as a cheater? My account is legit. LOL. I don't know. I'm not sure, dude. Hey, Suspect 13, how are you, man? Okay, who was I gonna help next after Venge? Who was the next person? Because there's so many people that wanted help today. Hey, Mr. Wick, how are you, man? Yeah, I did Watch Dogs 4 years ago, though, so I'll do a playthrough of it again. I do playthroughs again on games, but usually after like 3 or 4 years, so I don't, you know, I never do them within the same year. Mark, okay. These NPC drivers, okay. Hi, Pro, hope you're doing well. Thank you for the early stream. Thank you, Ryan. There's one thing that I didn't understand about the, there's one thing I didn't understand about the scammer. Maybe somebody in the comments knows this, the answer to this question. But, I was using Google Voice to text the scammer and call the scammer. And the scammer kept getting annoyed that I wasn't on WhatsApp. Like, the last time, like, the scammer kept telling me to get on WhatsApp. He's like, get on WhatsApp, get on WhatsApp. And I was like, no. Like, I don't want to install other apps on my phone. But, like, does anybody know in the comments why was the scammer getting so pissed at me that I wasn't texting him on WhatsApp? because he wanted me to get on WhatsApp for some reason, but I didn't get on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is end-to-end encrypted. Yeah, I remember people said that on the last video that I did where I pissed off a scammer. It was the exact same thing where he was getting pissed that I wasn't on WhatsApp, but it was it's untraceable. So like when I text him from like a Google Voice number to WhatsApp, is that like what is that doing? Like, is that because it's more encrypted? Huh. E2E encrypted and self-deleting messages. Well, he can't delete the messages on Google Voice. I have everything. So. But honestly, WhatsApp needs to seriously clean up these scammers. This is ridiculous. This is disgusting. It's like, the thing about this is, I have trolled like 5 scammers at this point. And the five scammers that I've trolled, 4 of them use WhatsApp, and only 1 of them uses Telegram. So it's like, literally, WhatsApp needs to seriously crack down on this crap. This is ridiculous. Hey, Own Titan. It's a lot. It's okay, Mr. Wick. Don't apologize. What do I think about New York City shoplifting? All that. It's so stupid. It's like, you know what I'll tell you is the main reason that the shoplifting is so out of control in New York. You know what the main reason for that is? Is because of the weak laws. The weak laws, and it's the fact that these people. These people like constantly what they constantly do is these people will do the same thing over and over again, where they'll steal, and when they're done, when they steal, all they basically get is they get a slap on the wrist. That's it. So they don't actually get punished for what they're doing. They just get a slap on the wrist and they get released within jail within a couple days, and they just keep doing it over and over again. And here's the thing: is dealing with criminals is the exact same as like dealing with bad children. It's almost the concept is almost exactly the same, because think about it this way. Just think about this: when you have like a bad kid, right? Like a bad kid that just does bad things constantly, like, you know, gets into detention, doesn't do their homework, you know, beats kids up, is rude and nasty to their parents. What happens when the parents don't do anything? What happens? The kid keeps doing it. And not only that, the kid doubles down on it. And that's the exact same thing with criminals. Is if you don't punish these criminals, if you just give them a slap on the wrist, if you just ignore everything that they're doing, they're gonna keep doing it. And they're gonna keep doing it over and over and over again. When is the Claude lore video coming out? I'm gonna try to have it out by the end of this month. But honestly, it's a disgrace at this point. Like, just how ridiculous the shoplifting has gotten. Like, if you just look at like some of the stores in New York, like literally, if you go into some stores in New York, you will see like the fridges, like the freezers, are like closed with like chains, because people are shoplifting ice cream. They're even stealing ice cream. It's ridiculous. Honestly, put these people in jail and don't release them. Put heavy fines, heavy punishments on them. Put them in jail for some time. Yes, Mark, I'll help you. I'm just wondering if Ven still has something to sell. No, poverty doesn't justify constant shoplifting. Here's the thing I'll tell you about this. When somebody is hungry, right? When somebody is poor and they're hungry, yeah, they're more likely to steal. That's definitely gonna happen. However, though, I'll tell you this, and this is what the media and the politicians don't tell you. When somebody is poor and desperate and they're hungry, Do you know what they're gonna steal? They're gonna steal food. That's what they're gonna steal. They're not gonna steal expensive designer bags. They're not gonna go into an Apple store and, like, you know, steal all the MacBooks and all the phones. They're not gonna steal, like, TVs and electronics and all this other stuff. They're not gonna steal that if they're hungry. If they're hungry, they're gonna steal food. That's what they're gonna steal. So, like, personally, when I see the media, when the media says, oh, you know, these people are just poor and hungry and stuff like that, it's like, if somebody's poor and hungry, they're not gonna be stealing $1,000 designer bags from a store. That's not what they're gonna be stealing. They're gonna be stealing food. So that's what it is. And the power drills also. The power drills too. So, like, literally, what these people do is these people steal all this stuff, and then what they'll do is they'll just sell it on Craigslist, or they'll just sell it on the street. That's what they will do with all this stuff, and they'll sell it for, you know, thousands of dollars. So that is what these people will do. These people are not just there are people who are hungry and they steal for that reason, but the vast majority of the shoplifters who steal, these are organized groups of shoplifters. They are going into stores, they're working together, and they're selling this for thousands of dollars of merchandise. That's pretty much what it is. This is not like people always being desperate like the media tries to make it out to be. Thoughts on Fallout London. Conversion mod for Fallout 4 has been postponed indefinitely to the next-gen upgrade, supposed to release this week. Oh. Huh. Wonder when that's gonna come out then. Were those undercover cops outside? What undercover cops? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the cell mission? I know. Oh, hang on. I forgot to despawn all of this stuff. That's one thing I hate, is I hate that you have to despawn this stuff, and then you have to wait like the long cooldown for it all. Oh no, somebody might have just gotten raided. Thank you, Kevin, for the super chat. Yeah, I will, Anthony. I will hit 100% on GTA 5. Might do it on the anniversary of GTA 5. Hey, Filmy, how are you, man? I saw the YouTube video where you visit my city, Chicago. Yep. I had fun visiting Chicago, too. I'm good, too, man. We'll have another Fallout 3 part later tonight also, guys. My favorite type of drink? Oh, I'm sorry if I haven't seen your super chat, CEO, there. I see your super chat now. I'm sorry, I didn't see it earlier. My favorite type of drink would be Nesquik strawberry. Every Saints Row gang goes to war. Who wins and why? Well, always the Saints. But if you're talking about, let's just take the Saints out of the equation, and it's all of the other gangs. Brotherhood versus, you know, Ronin versus Samdi versus Rollers versus Carnales versus Vice Kings. Let's just cover the classic Saints Row gangs. Rollers would definitely get eliminated. They would probably get wiped out pretty early on. Second gang that gets wiped out, be hard to think about. The gangs in the other gangs are all pretty tough. I would say the next gang that gets wiped out would probably be the Carnales. Yeah, the Carnales. The Carnales have incompetent leadership. After that, maybe the Brotherhood. And I do think the Sons of Samdi would beat the Brotherhood in the war. I do think they would. Honestly, when you take all the gangs out, I think the two gangs that are gonna be left standing are gonna be the Ronin and the Vice Kings. I think those two gangs would be the ones that are gonna be left standing. Thoughts on Fallout London conversion, oh, and Kevin, about your super chat, I'm sorry, I just got a little distracted earlier, with the game, Fallout London, I'm honestly surprised that Bethesda doesn't, like, go after those developers for that, because a lot of times developers will go after, like, modders who, like, make massive expansions like that. Would I play Yakuza Black Panther, a spin-off? I will play all the Yakuza games one day, Shadow. I just don't know when I'll get around to it, but I'll play them one day. Have I ever been swatted? Thankfully not. I have been threatened with that before. People have threatened to do it to me, but thankfully it's never happened to me before. Would the boss have agreed if Meryl offered 50-50? Probably, yeah. Because the Saints were trying to, you know, make a comeback at that point. So probably, yeah. Where did you get the costume idea from? It's pretty great. The costume idea, I made it 4 years ago, the idea, originally. What happened was, I wanted to diversify my channel, because my channel used to be mainly GTA Online content, and I wanted to, you know, to expand my channel into other games. I wanted to do other stuff, and I was thinking about doing playthroughs of, like, older games that I like, and I was thinking, like, how can I make the playthroughs different? Like, you know, what can I do differently? Because, like, it's like, YouTubers already do commentary, they already do webcams, you know, so how can I make my playthrough different? I was thinking, why don't I do it, like, more interactive, where I dress up as the characters while doing the playthrough, and it worked really well. It's been a massive success, and people have liked it, and that's what people like about my channel, is that I always, I dress up as the characters. Your April Fool's video this year is one of my favorite videos, so thank you, man. You don't think what's true? I don't understand. Pro, DualSense Edge worth it? Yeah. I mean, the Edge, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the regular DualShock controller. The Edge, look, the problem with the Edge and I'll show you in just one moment my problem. Who's to blame for the Ronin's demise? Kazuo or Shogo? Both equally. Shogo had no honor, no respect. Akuji, Kazuo had too much pride in himself and too much honor. So both of them, I would say, are equally responsible for bringing the Ronin down. Is Catalina a psychopath or a sociopath? A psychopath. Your lore videos and insightful playthroughs what kept me here personally. Never break, been into GT Online. Thank you, Ryan. Is that what you found my my channel through? Is the lore videos and the playthroughs? The Edge. No, I'm sorry, RIP. I made a mistake, because when I was reading the comment, I thought he was talking with the regular DualShock controller. But, look, I'll talk about the Edge in a moment, and I'll say what I think about it. Probably the best streamer because you actually respond to messages. Thank you. I know people like that about me. I read comments. If I wanted to play GTA 4 and Saints Row 1 and 2 on Xbox One, where would you recommend I buy the games and the console? Well, the thing is, though, I'm pretty sure you can just download Saints Row 1 and 2 on the Xbox, you know, marketplace. So you don't even need to go on, you don't even need to find it anywhere. As for the Xbox One, you can probably find a good deal for an Xbox One on Facebook Marketplace. That's probably where you can find it, or at a pawn shop. So I would say if you're gonna buy like a Xbox One used, buy it at a pawn shop or Facebook Marketplace. And what you do is when you're gonna be buying it, make sure you ask for a demo of the game, or not a demo, a demonstration, to show that the console is working. Like at the pawn shop, just like if you see like an Xbox One at a pawn shop, just tell them at the pawn shop, like, can we just plug this in, like, just to a TV, and if it works, I'll buy it. That's it. And the same thing for, like, Facebook Marketplace. Because, like, if you find a good deal for an Xbox One on Facebook Marketplace, message the person and just say to them, like, listen, I'll buy your Xbox One, but can we just plug it into your TV? I just want to see that it's working. And, you know, if they agree, then buy it. But if they don't agree, they don't want to plug it in, don't buy it, because it's probably a scam. About the Edge controller now. Let me show you this. This is the Edge controller right here. Look at this. You see this? Look at these grips. Look at this right now. See this? This is what happens to the grips. And people have told me, oh, I've had my, you know, Edge controller for like a year, and my grips haven't peeled. But my question is, how much do they play for? Because if you play, you know, PlayStation like almost every day like me, and you use the Edge for like months, this is going to happen to you. Is the grips are going to peel. This is just going to happen. You can actually fix this if you get one of these. You know, this is like a cover that you can basically put on your Edge controller. These are a bit annoying to put on, I will admit that. But once, you know, you get them on, you don't have to worry about the rubber, you know, grips peeling off anymore. But what I will say is the most annoying thing about the Edge controller is the stick drift on it right now, because my Edge controller has really bad stick drift, and the modules, like these joystick modules, you can't find them anywhere. The scalpers in my country, at least in America, if you're outside America, if you're like in Europe or somewhere else, you might be able to find these modules, but in America, they're like completely sold out. You can't find them anywhere in America. You can't find them in stores. You can't find them online. And what happens is the scalpers have mass purchased these up, and they're selling these for ridiculous. If you want to know how ridiculous this is, I saw one guy who was selling this part of the controller. They're not selling the whole controller. They're only selling the stick. They're selling the stick for $300 on eBay, $360. I saw a guy on eBay selling that. So that is how ridiculous the scalping has gotten. It's gotten completely out of control. So let's... What color DualSense do you have? I have gray right now. Why are you telling us to Edge? Wait, what are you talking about? Thank you for the super chat. What is it? Is Trevor going to be in GTA 6? No, he's not, because the actor has a problem with the role. No, I don't understand. Missed my super chat. Okay, let's get the bike again. Why was it something bad that I read there? I'm sorry if it was. Don't worry about it. Well, thank you, Chaz. Hey, Mizor, how are you? I haven't seen you in some time. Oh, I missed your super chat. I'm sorry. Would the Brotherhood take, SW with the shipment? SW? What's SW? It's not Hoover Dam. Helios 1? No. What's SW? What do you mean, SW? Oh, Stillwater, when you say the Brotherhood, you're referring to Saints Row. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Brotherhood of Steel for a moment. My mind is all over the place. I'm sorry right now. If the Brotherhood had the shipment, would they have taken it? It would have probably helped, but not by much. They probably would have gotten destroyed too, because think about it this way. The Brotherhood already had the shipment, and they lost the shipment. So they would not have taken Stillwater with the shipment, no. Next part of Fallout will be later tonight. I'll have another part of it tonight. What % of your viewers you think found you from GTA content? Out of the million, I have about 1,100,000 subscribers. Because it's 1,098,500 right now, like about that. I would say that probably 600 to 700,000 of those million are probably from GTA Online. I would say that probably 200,000, 100 to 200,000 are probably from Red Dead Online, because I used to make a lot of Red Dead Online guides back in the day, and those got really popular. And I would say that at least 100,000 are probably from the playthroughs, and then the rest would probably be from the lore videos. I found you from GTA content, but now I mostly watch you for playthroughs and lore and stuff. Thank you. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you stayed for the other content. Hey, Patrick, I hope you're doing good. My friend, I didn't know if you'd been watching some World War II documentary. I didn't know if you've been watching some World War II documentary. No, I haven't watched a World War II documentary in some time. Why? Is there a good one that you found? I'll tell you this is the Do you know what the best World War II channel out there is? Like, the best channel that covers World War II history? The best channel that covers World War II history would be Mark Felton Productions. He's a British guy that's, like, a historian. He covers, like, a lot of, like, stuff that you didn't know about the war. I would say, like, Mark Felton Productions probably, like, covers, like, has, like, the best videos. Any progress regarding the Nigerian cybercrime police? Yes, Dan. I actually called up a scammer today, and I was annoying a scammer, and I recorded the entire thing. I'll have the video out in a couple days, and I'm gonna submit that report tonight to the Nigerian police again, and we're gonna see if they do anything with it, and if they respond. They're probably not going to. I don't expect them to do anything. But we'll see. And then I'm gonna have that full video talking my thoughts on the Nigerian cybercrimes unit. If I take out my catalog, will I get kicked? I don't think you can get kicked if you take out your catalog. Indy Nidell. I think I know who you're talking about. He did a massive series on World War I, right? and then he does World War II. I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen some of his videos, but I've always liked Mark Felton's channel the most, personally. Mark Felton uses plenty of World War II footage. There we go. What would have become of the gangs of Ultor if the boss never woke up? Well, Ultor probably would have wiped out the other gangs and taken over. That's probably what would have happened. What was this? What the?
Whoa! That's a...
Okay, this is weird. Even the Ronin, yeah, they probably would have betrayed the Ronin too. I will eventually, Dan, but it's not going to be for some time. I'm gonna help people with heists and I'm gonna help people with heists in a little bit. I always found the French Revolutionary Wars to be the most interesting. I found you in 2021 on your discussion about scalpers on PS5s, and they wanted you to promote them on eBay, but it was GTA 4 that caught my eye. The algorithm from YouTube let me there. Thank you, Phoenix. I hope you feel better, dude. I found your channel from a GTA 4 Vice City playthrough. I thank you, man. Thank you for that's been some time ago. Thank you for staying with the channel for that many years. I'm not sure, Starship Radio. I'll have to check. Can you help me sell my businesses? Yeah, I could, but I'm helping Mark right now. I don't know what that is, Luke. Hi, I'm from the UK. I enjoy your streams. Thank you, Ian. Thank you for the super chat, man. here in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Pretty good timing on that. Bro, keep up the good work exposing scammers. The world needs more people like you. Do more calling those scammers. Thanks, man. Well, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, I wouldn't say was really democratic. It was basically a giant parliament that was controlled by aristocrats. Because here's the thing is, the aristocrats voted on every single decision in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, but you didn't vote for the aristocrats in the parliament. So all the aristocrats were able to vote. The common peasant wasn't able to vote in that time. Okay. Okay, I want to help Yara next here. The Caesar's Legion would win in that conflict, Ryan. Are you streaming somewhere else? Because I haven't seen you stream in a while. Oh, I'm back home. You probably saw me stream months ago when I was visiting my family. That's probably what it was, a different chair. I found you from Walking Dead season finale video, and it was probably the funniest thing I'd seen forever, and I've been here since, so thank you, man. I found your channel for that GTA, I guess, or a Dark Viper. Thank you, Dracula. Me and Dark Viper are actually going to make another one soon on that. Yeah, I woke up a lot earlier, Aternus. I did hear about that, Solomon. Oh no, it's the weed truck.
How you doing?
This mission sucks, okay. Thank you to Dr. Bat, thank you, man. I kind of was able to fix my sleeping schedule. Damn, this is just annoying driving like this. At least it's only one drop, but I never liked this sail mission. Miles, okay. Damn, this is so annoying.
Well, I'm not ruling out extraterrestrial beings. Yeah, if it isn't my creepy silent friend. How can I help?
seat, my friend? Okay. Leave it with creepy Uncle Lester.
Okay, this is under a mile left now.
Dude, it's fucking weird. It's like a landing strip in the desert.
Ooh, okay, that's done. I found your channel when you had 698,000 subscribers. Oh, thank you, Peter. What did you find my channel through? Favorite Fallout 4 faction? The, Nuka World Raiders.
Hey.
I think the Legion would not approach the Capital Wasteland until maybe like Caesar's grandson. They would be focusing on the West. Want to know something? In GTA Online, drug sale vehicles are large-sized trucks, but in real life is black vans and SUV. Wait, what do you mean, Nikki? Thank you for the super chat. My favorite game of all time, Saints Row 2.
Son of a motherfucking bitch!
You do it?
Okay. Well, I know something in GTA Online, and wait, what, hang on. Since you all know about criminality, I don't know everything about criminality, but what do criminals use to sell drugs? What type of cars? Honestly, criminals would use vehicles that are probably not as, obvious, like just regular vehicles. They probably would hide the drugs inside, like, the seats. Like, the seats, it would be inside the seats. It would be, like, in the engine. Like, it would never be in the trunk of the car. It would be somewhere that's not in, plain view, somewhere that they know how to take apart. You seen those submarines the cartel hides drugs in? Yes. A lot of them are in Ghost Recon Wildlands also. Those are based on real submarines that they use. No, I haven't seen the Fallout show. I'm going to, though. How many platinums do you have? Well, I think like 40. Do I like your new profile picture? Yeah, did you make that profile picture? It's very rare to find trustworthy people at work. They do exist. It's a little hard to find them on Titan, but they're there. Hey Pro, I love your Ace Attorney playthrough. I just finished the last one you did with Rinasuke. Will you ever do a playthrough of the original trilogy? Yes, yes, Tim, I'll do a playthrough of the original trilogy one day. The original trilogy had some really good cases, too. The fifth case in the first game is, probably my favorite, I would say probably, yeah, my favorite one. Can I speak some Spanish words? Yo estudio español todos los días. Okay, let's cut through here. What do you think of the ghoul makeup? I think it looks a little better than what they had originally in the trailers. Do you though? Yes. I started practicing Spanish again every day. I took like a break for like a couple months where I was really slacking because I was doing like a bunch of stuff, but I have started practicing every day again now. Can I ask what you are cosplaying as, or is this your normal look? I'm cosplaying as Gustavo Fring in Breaking Bad because of the Cluckenbell Farm Raid DLC. No, this is not my normal look. But I cosplay just like the characters I play as. I think it's like a cool thing I do for games. I will message you tonight, later tonight, Blade of Stars. I'll let you know what I think, okay? I'm sorry, dude. I've just been so busy. What was my first ever cosplay? My first ever was kind of like attempting to do like Dead Rising cosplay with like a camera, but my final, my first ever real cosplay, I would say, was, it would have to be, Watch Dogs, Aiden Pierce. I've been slacking with the gym. What motivates you to go regularly? I just want to get stronger, and I just want to do something else. Oh, I'll see you, big country. Take care, man. Okay, no problem, Mark. Glad I could help. Here we go. I'll probably do a review on the PS5 Pro when it comes out. Last chance to look at me, Hector. You know what's kind of the thing about that is I never the actor who plays as Hector. I never saw him as the guy who plays as Hector. I instead saw him as the guy who plays Alberto in Scarface. That's what I always saw him as. Thank you, Owen Titan. Has anybody else said you look kind of like Daniel Larson? Who's that? Thank you for the super chat. Water. This is El Burro de Diablos. Yep. GTA 3. Would you say the Overseer Alphonse is more of a sociopath? The thing about is he seems to believe that he's doing what's best for the Vault. He does care about his daughter. I really hope that Star Wars Outlaws you don't end up helping the rebels. Patrick, are you related to the food review guy? Oh, that guy. The guy who sits down and reviews food in a suit. That guy's my cousin. No, I'm joking. He's not my cousin. But a lot of people say that I sound like him and look like him and dress like him.
Look.
Hello from Greece. Hey, MG Gaming, how are you? Oh, can we help Yara now here? Is Fernando still here, or did he leave? What happened? Oh, he's still here. Okay. Fernando, after I'm done helping Yara, I'll help you, okay? Yara, how many businesses are we selling? Pat just needs to say my day is ruined. Why? What is that? I could probably help you too, Big, also. Five MC businesses. Okay. Fernando, how much do you need help selling? How many things? Okay, I'm right outside, Yara. You can just sell the business. Hope we don't get post-op. Oh, this is gonna be a police ambush, this one here. I still haven't read what? Thank you, Caleb, for subscribing. I saw it also, Phoenix. I already sold, thank you. Okay, Fernando. You kind of look like Gustavo Fring. That's actually what I was going for. Thank you, Parks, for the super chat. That's what I was going for with this. You know, the thing about that is, do you know what was ridiculous? Do you know when I did the cocaine missions in Vice City Stories? When I did there's a cocaine business in Vice City Stories. I did like a video on the cocaine business in that game, and YouTube actually demonetized that video and flagged it as, like, you know, drug use or drugs, like, shown or something like that. It was ridiculous. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm just playing Vice City Stories. Oh, I used, like, a website creator, like, a long time ago. Like, years ago, there's, like, this creator where you kind of, like, make little avatars that are kind of like South Park. And that's how I made this avatar.
Not now, sorry. I'm afraid not.
Okay. Guys, get ready to call Lester right now. Oh, yep.
Can't handle the heat, my friend? Okay, leave it with creepy Uncle Lester.
Would you ever change your avatar to something personally, to something you can get personally made yourself? Yeah, maybe one day I could. I think it's that people have been so used to this avatar for so long that I don't know if I want to change it. Here we go. When will you have the time to play Misadventures with Tron Bonne? I want to play those games one day. I played Mega Man Legends before, so I'm open to playing Misadventures with Tron Bonne again in the future. I did always like those games. Crow, your opinion on not owning the games you play for? Well, what do you mean? Are you talking about, like, Ubisoft's thing? I think it was, like, Ubisoft that was gonna make take away all your games. If you pay for a game, you know, you should always have that game forever. Mega Man Legends 2, yeah, it did end in a cliffhanger. That's what sucks. If I had to live in a settlement in the capital wasteland, where would I live? Honestly, I probably would like to live in Tenpenny Tower, but I probably wouldn't be able to stand the people at Tenpenny Tower. So, like, the people that are there, I probably wouldn't be able to stand them. Well, I probably would like to live there. As for the Mojave Wasteland, I would like to live in New Vegas. That's... Okay. It's going good, Agent. How are you? What would you say is the best ending for the Tenpenny Tower quest? The 3 options all have negative outcomes. Are you talking about flooding Tenpenny Tower with the feral ghouls, having the ghouls move in, and then Tenpenny Tower residents die, or killing the ghouls? I would say probably killing the ghouls is probably the best ending, despite how horrible it is, because much less people die in that ending. Yeah, that's what I'll say. And also, Roy is just as bad as Mr. Burke when you think about it, so... When's the next Fallout 3 video coming out? Today. Yeah, and the thing is, though, when you get the ghouls to move into Tenpenny Tower, it makes it feel like you're doing the right thing, like you're doing good. Also, I don't know if you know about this. There's actually a secret scene in Fallout 3 where if you get the ghouls to come into Tenpenny Tower and they kill all the residents, but then afterwards you talk to Mr. Burke and you go to rig the bomb, there's actually a secret scene where Mr. Burke will somehow get past all the ghouls and he'll be at the top of the tower, and Roy will then come up and say, like, you know, what's this about? And he's like, I'm gonna detonate Megaton. And then Roy basically says, I'm not gonna stop you from, you know, nuking that smooth skin settlement. So that's the thing is, though, is that Roy is willing to let all the people Megaton die. What do you think of YouTubers that fill their videos stream full of ads? I think that the thing that YouTubers are thinking about primarily when they do that is they think about how much money they make. What they don't think about is they don't think about pissing off viewers. Like my videos, I try to avoid putting that many ads in my videos. Even I use the automatic thing on YouTube to like automatically put in ads, but then I go into it and I see how many ads are in there, and if I see too many, I'll just delete a lot of them. For example, my streams, you guys will never see mid-roll ads on my streams. They just don't happen. So if you watch my streams, there's only one ad. There's only one ad at the beginning and end of my stream. And once the stream is uploaded, once the stream becomes like a video, there will be ads that'll be in between it. But there will never be ads during a live stream, like when the stream is actually live. You will never see a mid-roll ad. You only see the first ad when you click on the stream, so there won't be a random ad in the middle of this. It's just not going to happen. The reason I don't put ads in the middle of my streams is because I actually used to do it years ago, like maybe like a year or two ago I used to do it. And what happened was I had a lot of people that were coming in the comments and they were complaining and they're saying like there's ads constantly popping up when you're talking. And basically at that point I decided, you know what, I'm just going to cut the ads in the middle of the stream. So even if I make less money, you know, having ads in the middle of the streams, I do it for your enjoyment, guys, because I don't want you guys getting pissed off at like some ad that cuts me off in the middle of when I'm talking. So that's basically how I run things. Not everything is about money, you know, when you think about it, is you have to also worry, you have to worry about your YouTubers and not your YouTubers, your viewers. And you want your viewers to be happy. You don't want your viewers pissed off. So I do care about the happiness of my viewers, so that's why I do that. Very nice of you. Thank you. I haven't played Watch Dogs 2 in some time. I'm gonna get to it one day and play it. Whoa. Okay. Awesome Entertainer Guy 3 Ultimate, thank you for the super chat. Is my level legit? Yes, it's very much legit. So is my money. Oh, I played Just Cause 2 back in the day. I love Just Cause. Why do some YouTubers put loud sounds in their videos? I guess they're trying to be funny, but it's honestly, it doesn't, I don't think it's funny. A lot of times it just pisses me off. Why do you love Just Cause? It's the open world, it's the destruction, the random chaos.
Some people have all the money in the houses. The rest of us, we just kiss their ass.
Is the Mexican cartel more powerful than the Yakuza? Definitely.
ass.
Oh, Christ. Son of a bitch.
Will I ever do Sniper Warrior contracts? Yes. Maybe one day. That actually has been a requested game before. Hey, Pro, me and my girlfriend are big fans from Ireland. Just wondering, do you know much about Irish history? Love the streams, by the way. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jimmers. About Ireland, I know a little bit about Irish history. I don't know that much. I know that, like, that there was a really bad famine in Ireland that happened that the British caused, mostly. And I know that Ireland was, you know, given a choice whether it wanted to be part of the UK or vote to leave, and they voted to leave. The other thing I know about Ireland is I know that Ireland remained as a neutral country in World War II. That's the other thing I know about it. In Ireland, I know also had a civil war where it had like a faction that was like there was like a faction that was revolting against the Constitution, and then there was like a faction that defended the Constitution, I think it was. So, yeah. Someone teach professional about Ned Kelly. He'd love that guy. Are you talking about the Australian outlaw that wore all that armor? His armor is actually in Reddit Online. Thank you, Awesome Entertainer, for the super chat again. Did I get that right, Jimmers? I love that you know so much about history. Well, thank you. I suck with ancient history, though, I'll tell you that. I know much better on, modern history. I know much better. No, I didn't know that, Isaiah. How did Mexican cartel become so strong? Wealth and corruption. They make so much money from the drug trade and all the corruption that goes on in Mexico. Because of that, it's a corruption. When a country has a massive corruption problem, that is a perfect place for any kind of organized crime to thrive in. Okay, Yara, invite to the next business then. We got 3 more things to sell, right? Would it be okay if I drop a picture of you I drew? That's fine. Is this a Gus cosplay? Yes. What time can we expect the GTA 4 stream on the anniversary? It's like 8 days from now, right? I'll try to have it around this time also. Is Liber still here, by the way? Did I get that history right? Or not Jimmers, Liber Jimmers, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know why I read your name like that. Did you hear about that couple owing $140,000? What are you talking about? You gotta explain this more to me. What couple? Yara, did you invite to the next business? What's going on? How do you sit so close to a 50-inch TV? I don't. I'm playing directly from my computer on this. I'm playing from my computer screen. Phone bills? Oh, is it the guy who got like charged like fees like when he called in another country? Is that what you're talking about? And they told him that he wouldn't get fees. Thank you, username. Relationship advice. I'm not the best person for, you know, advice in that regard. Yeah, just waiting for Yara to, Yara, where are you? What's going on?
Talking to black screen.
Oh, okay. I have played Stars of Force Unleashed a long time ago. CW Games question, what is it? What would you do if you put loads of effort into a video and it gets no views? Then you put zero effort into a video and it gets thousands of views. Well, there are videos at times where I didn't put that much effort into them and they've gotten very popular, and then there are videos that I put a lot of work into them and they haven't gotten that popular. It just happens. It's just how things go. It's just, you gotta just deal with it. That's just how it is. It does make you feel bad when you put a lot of work into a video and doesn't get the recognition that you feel it should deserve, but it's just part of how it happens. Some videos get popular, some don't. How do you feel about people who don't like America? Here's what I'll say about that. There are definitely things that you can criticize in America. We definitely have problems in our country. But if you there's one thing, if you criticize the problems in America, that's just one thing. But if you just don't like America as a country, then I honestly don't know what's wrong with those people. Like, you can have all the issues you want with like the government. The government is really stupid. But like, to hate the country itself, that's just, I think, personally stupid. And I don't know how anybody could honestly hate America as a country. You know, I've seen like a lot of I've seen like a lot of comments from like people who aren't Americans, and they say like they say, for example, they're like, oh, you know, your country constantly intervenes in all these countries around the world, and, you know, you do this and that, and, you know, my response to that is, I don't agree with that. You know, most Americans don't agree with all the intervention. We don't agree with all the intervening in other countries' affairs constantly. You know, most Americans don't want to have anything to do with that. But, you know, regardless, our government constantly does stuff like that. So it's like, I wouldn't say blame Americans for stuff like that, but yeah, the thing is, though, is that there are so many countries, like, there are so many countries around this world that the people in a lot of those countries, they just hate on America. Like, there are countries in the world, there are countries in the world, for example, where they burn like American flags in the streets. And what I will say about this is that in America, we are the free speech capital of the world. So we might have problems, sure. We might have bad things that we suck at, but we are still the free speech capital of the world. There is no country on this planet that is better at free speech than America. America is the best at free speech, because in America, you can say whatever you want in America. You will not be arrested by the government. You know, there might be some consequences, obviously, for what you say, like you might get fired or, you know, stuff like that. But you're not gonna get, you know, you're never gonna get arrested for saying something. It just doesn't happen. And if you want to know how free the free speech is in America you can burn an American flag. So as long as it's your American flag that you own, you can burn it. And not only that, but you can advocate for secession in America. There are very few countries in the world where you can advocate for secession. So if you say, like, you know, I want my state, like Hawaii, to be independent from America, you can do that. Or if you say, I want my state Alaska or Texas or whatever to be independent from America, you can do that. And not only that, you can create a political party and run for secession. So there are so many countries in the world that don't allow that, don't have that. Like, one of my friends, he's from India, and I was explaining this to him, and he was just completely puzzled by this. He's like, you don't arrest people who advocate separatism in America? And I'm like, no, we don't. And he's like, we do in India. You know, people who advocate separatism get arrested, and it's like, you know, we don't do stuff like that in America. We don't arrest people for that. You know, I know other countries are different, you know, how they handle theirs, but like in our country, in our culture, you know, we respect everything as like free speech. It's just regardless of just what it is. So like, it could be like nasty speech, it could be something bad, but you're not going to get arrested for it. And basically, the American ideology is that if somebody is saying something nasty, if somebody's saying like something horrible, like, you know, racist, offensive, basically, I think the solution to something like that is education. I think the solution to that is rational debate. Like, debate with, like, that person. Like, if somebody's saying racist stuff, I don't think that arresting them for that is the solution. I don't think that would fix the problem. Because if somebody is, like, racist, right, and they're saying, like, extremely offensive things, if you arrest them for that, that's not going to change their mind. They're still going to be racist, and they're probably going to hate you even more because you got them arrested. So what I will say is the solution to that is don't arrest people for stuff like that. The solution to that is to have a discussion with that person, like debate them, like ask them, like, you know, why you feel this way, and like try to convince them otherwise, try to convince them through like more speech on why they're wrong. I think that is the solution. And there is this guy, I forget the guy's name, but he's actually famous. And basically what this guy does is, this is a black guy who, what he does is he befriends members of the KKK. I know that might sound insane, but he actually does that. He hangs out with, like, members of the KKK and neo-Confederates and, like, a lot of these awful, horrible people. And what he does is he befriends them, he listens to them, and he tries to reason with them, and he tries to get them to change their mind. And this guy has gotten 200 people to leave the KKK. So this guy, simply by talking to them, you know, trying to be their friends, he has convinced 200 people to leave the KKK. And I personally think that that is a much more effective solution than, like, arresting everybody. Who happy? What are you talking about? Well, it's more affordable out here and just lower taxes, Isaiah. Okay. Let's wait to make these 2 drops here. But yeah, like, if you take, and Daryl Davis, that's the guy, right? Daryl Davis. So, basically, what that guy did has, like, worked. He has, you know, he has convinced, like, 200 members of the KKK to, like, to leave the group and change their views. And so, if people took what that Daryl guy is doing, if they took that and applied that on a larger scale, they could, you know, I think that racism would be, like, near extinct. If you took what that Daryl guy did and just applied it on a large scale, you could probably destroy the vast majority of racism in the world. Let's see here. What is that? Oh, crap. I don't really watch that many movies. But what I will say about it is, going to my point, is like, you know, the countries that like burn American flags in the streets, right? What I will say about that is that I highly doubt that you can burn their flag in the street. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt in their country, those same countries where they burn American flags in the streets, if you went in their country and you burned their flag on the streets, I think you'd get arrested for that. And I don't, sometimes it might be, in some of those places you might even get killed. So that's what I'll say about that is these countries, they can burn, you know, the American flag, but at least in our country, we have the freedom to insult our country. We have the if you don't like the country, you have the freedom to say that. If you hate America, you have the freedom to say that. If you don't like if it's your American flag, you can burn it. So that's what I say. That's how free America is. At least you have the right to criticize and insult your own country. But in a lot of those countries, they can burn the American flag all they want, but I highly doubt that in their country you can burn their flag. Very unpopular opinion. Johnny Klebett's death makes sense because he let his big heart get the best of him by allowing Ashley to poison him with meth, weakened his strength and courage, and that killed him. In a way, Chrysland, but I just think Johnny's story was just written very poorly in the end. Thank you, Chrysland. Thank you, Water. Ooh, Dark Viper moment, what? Why would anyone from the US burn the American flag? It doesn't make sense. People are stupid. That's what I'll say about them. People are just stupid, they're dumb, they're ignorant. On the bright side, cars can't get spooked by cougars and buck you off like in Red Dead Redemption 2. Huh. You know, I never think I've seen any animals run on the highway in this game since they added the animals in. Do you like GTA 4 because you from New York and self-insert yourself into Nico in the world of Liberty City? Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, Chrysland. I like GTA 4 for a variety of reasons. But I would say the New York setting is one of my favorite ones, yes. Oh yeah, this truck is way better than Post-Op. Thank you, JM58. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it run you over. A deer running through the road. Thank you, JM58. Well, you can really sell anything in Fallout 3. No, I don't think I am Boombox Guru. Thoughts on Fallout 76? I want to give it a try again. I heard it's just a lot better now. Looking fresh, professional. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, man, for the super chat. I think Fallout 76 does have 60 FPS. What are your thoughts on games preservation? Do you own a lot of disc copies of games? I do. Yeah. I'll go back to Vault 101 in the quest too, but yeah, Vault 101 is like humanity can't be isolated for that long, like how it is. What are your thoughts on games preservation? Do you own a lot of disc copies of games? Yeah, a lot of them I do, Batman. I think one more sale. How many sales do you have, big boy? Do you think James made the right choice leaving Vault 101? Yes, but I think he should have told his son about it.
Okay, we're attempting some discretion.
Oh, great. Okay. Because he feels like he's not in control, Ryan. Oh, okay, 6 businesses. The profile picture you actually see is me. I just made it into a GTA artwork. Oh, that's cool, Nikki. Well, if you actually kill him, the situation becomes much worse, Firestorm. definitely going faster now. Hey Pro, not forcing your channel, but I think you can sell a merch or a t-shirt with your logo on it. Thank you, Nikki. I was thinking about that maybe one day. Casey, push the other trucks. I'm good right now. Yeah, this definitely will, how long is the Claude lore video gonna be? Probably, like, close to an hour long. Can somebody start helping Big, sell his stuff? Wait, is Big, yeah. Can somebody help Big Boy sell his stuff in between this? Did I read your super chat? No, I'll look in a moment here. I just found out that Best Buy isn't selling DVDs, Blu-ray online. I only got physical media. It's only a matter of time before gaming is all digital. Yep. I'm doing nightclub right now. Okay. And almost 20 months, Pro. Do you play any other gaming system out, or just mainly PS5? It's a nice PC. Mainly PS5, it's a nice PC. I play Xbox very rarely. Yeah, I remember that too, Peter. Yeah. The old salty crab from Sleeping Dogs? I don't remember that one. Isn't that Winston Chu's restaurant? He's the personal bodyguard of Broken Nose Jang, and not Pink's uncle. Oh, that guy. He was a bit creepy, but he was loyal. That's what I'll say about him. The most disturbing enemy in Fallout, the most disturbing enemy I think I've ever seen in Fallout is is that one vault in Fallout New Vegas where there's like those plant monsters, and there's like those plant parasite people, like that stuff, like they hide in like bushes and they just attack you. That's like the probably the scariest one I've seen. Looking good, smooth skin. Well, thank you, Arise, Harbinger. Thank you, man. Thank you, Meowing Cat. Glad that you enjoy my content. Oh wait, how do you know that, Officer Soldierist? Yeah, the plant vault. That was I think that's probably the scariest vault I was in, was the plant vault. There's also that one vault where there's that one vault where you see there's like the gas in the air and you see all those hallucinations. That one's scary too. Vault 106, yeah. The spore carriers were terrifying too. The Gary vault is kind of creepy too, but I always wonder how the Garys took over the vault. Like how that even happened. I haven't watched this Fallout TV show yet.
My turn, motherfucker. Stupid dick.
Okay, one more drop here to make. Here we go. Yeah, animals have been in online mode for a couple months now. It's finally been added. Oh yeah, trogs are pretty scary too. Okay. Okay.
Don't be like that. Excuse you.
Whoa. Okay. Do you believe the theory that Trevor is Tony Cipriani? Whoever came up with that theory is an idiot.
Oh, that's insane!
Shit, anybody got eyes on him?
Okay. It was probably an accident, I'm guessing. Thoughts on Vault 81? I don't remember Vault 81. Can you remind me what that one is? I did a quick 2-minute video, Bully Maguire versus Bully Lowenfall, where I compare similar scenes between them. If you have time, can you check it out? I guarantee it will change your mind. Oh man, that sounds funny. The Bully Maguire thing didn't start until a couple years ago. I remember, like, Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007, but then all the memes started popping up. I gotta go. Great stream, Pro, and take care. Thank you, Fernando. Probably a few million, probably helping people sell. Okay, Big, can you invite me? And Big, I'll help you sell 2 businesses, okay? Okay, invite, disband this MC, invite me, Big, and I'll help you now. I'm getting a bounty again. Invite me to your business then. Heading out for now. Gonna sleep a bit early. Ronin stream Tuesday, right? Yes, probably there'll be a Ronin stream on Tuesday. I'll see you, Blade of Stars. Take care, man. Bro, you ever get tired of doing YouTube? You are one of the most consistent and hardworking YouTubers I've seen. Thank you, man. No, I always like doing YouTube. It's something that I enjoy and it gives me, you know, happiness. I do want to get back into Fallout 76, definitely now. Have I played Resident Evil? Not really. I played a few of the games. I played Resident Evil 5, I remember, and Operation Raccoon City, but I haven't played many of them. Favorite Saints Row 2 song? Trying to think. I'm thinking. I don't know. The Generation X and Ultra FM are probably my favorite stations, but I can't name a particular song. Do I think Big Smile Lee betrayed Dog Eyes? Well, he didn't need Dog Eyes. And Dog Eyes was also witness to him plotting against Winston, so he's, that's one less witness he has to. Oh no, not this again, here. Post ops again. Can somebody please push us, please? What are your thoughts on the Institute from Fallout 4? They're horrible people. They act like they're good people, but they're horrible. They just care about what's good for the Institute, not what's good for humanity. Okay, CW Games. I've tapped this win. Oh, they changed him? No, I just think Dog Eyes, I think, just became, greedy. That's probably what happened. Oh, there's an armored truck coming down here. I haven't really been in many comedies. Do you think that Devin Weston is the older Kent Paul? They're nothing alike. No, no, no. Did I play any sports growing up? Not much. Probably the most I've played in school is maybe basketball, but I didn't play many sports, no. Did I kill Father in Fallout 4? No. The first time I played, I didn't. What do you mean, I'm not leaving yet? I have an honest question. Wait, what are you talking about? I'm not leaving yet. I don't think I said you were leaving. How do you not lose faith, hope in the world with all the stupid stuff? Besides, that's something I struggle with. I always think that regardless of, regardless of there being, like, horrible people out there, there's always good people out there to try to counter that. Like when I was talking about that guy, earlier, that black guy Daryl Davis, who just think about how much of a good heart this guy has, that like not a lot of people would be able to do what he does, but like the fact that this guy managed to sit there and just take abuse and racism from, like, Ku Klux Klan members. But he managed to convince them just through kindness. He managed to convince 200 people to leave the Ku Klux Klan. Like, imagine that. This is like a real story. Like, this black guy, just from kindness, just like he hung around, like, KKK members and, like, just dealt with, like, the worst insults, the worst slurs, the worst racism, and just through pure kindness, just being kind to them, managed to convince 200 people to leave the Ku Klux Klan. Like, imagine, like, somebody that has, like, a heart like that can take that. There's not a lot of people out there in the world like that that would, be able to handle something like that. But, when I look at something like that guy's, like, a really good guy, and that gives me hope that there's, like, really good people in this world. CJ's voice actor, I heard that he had problems with Rockstar. Oh, I might have misread it for someone else than Blade of Stars. But you know why, do you know why his tactics actually worked? Hey Pro, I just joined. How long left for the stream? Like a few more sales. I probably won't do a heist today. I'm probably too tired to do a heist. But what I was saying is that, that guy, the reason his strategy worked, the reason that he managed to convince 200, Ku Klux Klan members to leave the Klan forever, and, stop being racist. The reason that his strategies worked, where other people's failed, is because he was just so kind. That's the primary reason. Because a lot of other people wouldn't be able to handle that and would probably, curse back at them, get pissed. But the fact that he's just, even when they're just being so cruel and just so horrible, that he just responds with nothing but kindness, I think that personally probably changed them the most. That they were not expecting that. Because they were expecting probably some kind of aggressive reaction, and when they didn't get that, they probably started thinking differently. Hey Patrick, have greedy companies that care only about greed over freedom be heavily taxed? I will tell you this, I will tell you this, and this is like, this is where I think there should be some kind of like punishment in this regards. Now I'm a very big free with kindness he educated them. Yeah, and I personally think that is the solution to ending racism. I think the solution to ending racism is to just respond with kindness. I think that's probably it. Have kindness, rational debate, rational discussions, and that's it. And even if somebody's like just so nasty and just so rude to you, don't ever, you know, result to insults back. It's just be kind, be nice, and, you know, don't deal with them, ignore them. That is the best that's the best way to defeat racism. I think that's just my opinion. You know, that guy was so, because think about it, you have to have a really good heart for a black guy to be able to convince 200 members of the Ku Klux Klan. Like, he convinced 200 white supremacists to like leave the KKK. These were guys who like these were guys who basically thought that black people were inferior to white people, and so he managed to convince 200 of them to leave just through kindness. Just imagine that. So that's like, that is just something that's just crazy, but that's inspiring also. It's heavily inspiring. So if people took his model and like just applied that on a large scale, I think you could pretty much defeat most of the racism in the world if you did that. But about the greedy companies that that only care about greed over freedom be heavily taxed. Here's what I'll say about that. I'm a really big free speech guy. I'm a really, you know, I typically don't like any kind of regulation. But the one thing that I will tell you is that if I was like president of America, right? And there was like some company, some like giant company out there that basically sacrificed like American values and in favor of, like, for example, money from like the Communist Party of China, I would tax that company. I would put some taxes on them, some fines, you know, some kind of punishment on those companies for doing that. Because they are basically, you know, sacrificing like American values to like suck up to like a dictatorship that is just completely against like all the freedoms that the United States stands for. And I think it's disgusting. It's disgusting how many of these large corporations do that. A perfect example of that is like with Activision. Like Activision, for example, Activision, a couple years ago, there was an incident where there was some tournament. I think it was BlizzCon. This Hong Kong player wins the tournament, right? And he's gonna get money for the tournament. When he wins the tournament, what does he say when he wins the tournament? He says, "Free Hong Kong." And the second he said that, that company canceled him. He did not get his prize money. He didn't get his prize. He got disqualified. He won first place fair and square in that tournament, and he said "Free Hong Kong," and he got his prize money denied to him. I think eventually he did get something, but that's just ridiculous that something like that happened. And honestly, if I was like the government, I would have punished Activision for that. Will you do any more scammer videos? The thing about that, Dan, is before the stream started, like 3 hours ago, I was actually annoying a scammer. I was trolling a scammer, and at the end of the video, I revealed myself, and I basically told the scammer, I told him, I sent him, well, he hung up on me at that point, but I did send a message, and I said, like, do you feel good sleeping at night that you rip off, like, old men and old women who are trying to retire? Because this was like a scammer that was taking advantage of old people, and I was pretending to be an old person, and he completely fell for it. He thought he was going to get $19,000 from me, so he was convinced I was going to send him $19,000, and then at the end, I just basically revealed myself. Oh, a couple more sales, zombie. I'm playing on a PS5. Hey, hey Zimfo. Hey, man. YouTube video of the journalist being interrogated by a psychiatric ward. What? And do you know that this might piss you off, Tengu Mercenary, when I tell you this, but Days Gone 2 got canceled. I'm not joking when I say that. So Days Gone 2 would have actually come out last year, but it got canceled. Why did it get canceled? Apparently Sony didn't think that it was popular enough. It is a great game. I thought that Days Gone was a way better game than The Last of Us 2. What's my favorite mission in Bully? Oh. The final mission, probably. Yeah, the final mission. I don't remember that character, Officer Soldierist.
Crypto.
What do you mean by that, Ryu? Whose death do I think is sadder? Polly from Red Dead Mafia 1 or Jackie from Sleeping Dogs? Jackie. Jackie didn't deserve that at all. Polly did worse things than Jackie did. You have to think about that. Polly was a hardened gangster. Jackie wasn't. That's what you think about that. Jackie's death wasn't quick also, you got that right. And Polly did something that warranted his death. Not really. It was more Don Salieri's fault, because you have to remember that Don Salieri lied to them and ripped them off.
All right.
Arthur was a horrible man. People only like him because he got sick and died because of his voice acting. Arthur was not a good man. You're right on that. But his sickness did help him to become a much better person before he died. Wait, how did Salieri rip them off? Because Salieri lied about the there being diamonds in the cigar boxes. Instead, it was drugs. And if they would have been caught with that, they would have been life in prison. And Salieri himself said that he was against drugs, but yet he dealt in it. He's just as bad as Don Morello, yep. And honestly, I would say that Salieri is even worse than Don Morello, because at least Morello admits to the type of person that he is. Do you think CJ is a bad person? Oh yeah, definitely. He's not as bad as some of the other GTA characters, but he's a bad person too. How did Torino get straight out of jail? His connections. Why is selling bike stuff for your biker business so unsolo friendly? I guess it's because they want you to do it as a team. Did you know somebody made a compilation of you saying, I'm aware? Here's what I'll tell you about that. If I wanted to, the videos that are out there that are making fun of my face, you know, making fun of how I say things, you know, making fun of me just saying, stuff like that. If I wanted to, I could probably strike those videos and have those videos taken down for harassment. But I don't do that. You know why I don't do that? The reason I don't do that is because I'm a big free speech guy, and I believe in free speech. Even if that is just insulting me, you know, trying to make fun of me, I'm not going to, you know, have it taken down. I'm not going to, you know, have the video removed. I don't do stuff like that. That's not how I do things. So, you know, they can have those videos up insulting me, making fun of my face. I'm not going to have those videos taken down. No, I don't do stuff like that, Firestorm. Is Tony Cipriani a sociopath? Oh yes, definitely. Maybe high. But they aren't harassing me directly. They're more just making videos making fun of me. And so I think that I personally, if somebody has those videos taken down, I think that's giving them more attention personally. So I think it's best to let the video stay up and just let them make themselves out to be idiots. Vault 81 was a vault that, unlike Vault 101, was one of the few non-experimental vaults, but they rarely opened their doors, mostly for trading. Huh. Okay, Blade of Stars, I'll message you a little bit later. Just ignore the trolls and haters. Thank you, man. What's the most evil vault? The vault that forced them to sacrifice people every day. Hi Pro, is it still unsafe to play full public lobbies on GT Online and PC? I saw your video late, but all my crew have quit the game and need helpers to do cell missions. Probably the best place to probably find help would probably be in public sessions. It's just, what you do is just message random people in the lobby and just ask them like, hey, do you need help selling a business? If you do, like, I can help you sell your business if you can help me sell mine. That's how I met a lot of people back in the day. They have a few times, Zombie Fanatic. Is that the antagonist of the 2014 game, Gunner? Well, I live in an apartment here, but they like it here. I did actually play the 2014 game, and I beat it. I gotta go back to playing the Wolfenstein games one day. Also, don't forget the don't forget that I forget the guy's name. What's the name of the main? Does anybody in the comments know what's the name of the main antagonist in Call of Duty World War II? I forget the guy's name. He only appears in like 2 missions, but he's extremely evil. That he's one of the most evil Nazis in a video game. The guy who killed at the end of Call of Duty World War II, not Vanguard, Call of Duty World War II. The guy who killed at the end of that one. Trying to forget. It's when you save Zussman. I forget the guy's name, but that guy was one of the most evil. Is it Metz? It was Metz was his name. Let me see. Let me see if we're thinking of the same guy. Mets, Call of Duty, let's see here. Yes, this guy, this is the guy that I was, this is the guy that I was thinking of, that guy. Yeah, Big Boy, if you guys can still help Big Boy do his sales, I'm just gonna take a break here, because I'm just kind of tired. I don't know why, it's just getting kind of tired all of a sudden, but, I'll have another part of Fallout 3 tonight. But about Metz, what I was saying about that guy is he is one of the most evil Nazi characters that I've seen in a World War II game. And about him is Call of Duty World War II is the only World War II game that I've seen besides what is it? It's Call of Duty World War II, and then the other one was War Mongrels. War Mongrels and Call of Duty World War II are those are the only two World War II games that I've seen that actually show the Holocaust. There's actually very few World War II games that actually show the Holocaust. I wonder why. There's just not that many. There's not that many scenes out there on that. I know it's like really brutal and horrible, but I think it's that I think that they should also show people that to remind people just the horrible things that had happened. But Call of Duty World War II was one of those few games that actually did show it, and it just what Metz was doing to the prisoners in Call of Duty World War II, that was just so brutal. And like when you just see, you know, the camp at the end of the game, and you just see everything just burnt and just the bodies, and just it's just horrible. I'll see you, Caleb. Take care, man. But yeah, that's let's say that guy, Metz was his name. You said. That was the guy. That's the guy at the end of like Call of Duty World War II that you killed. That guy is like one of the most evil characters I've seen in a video game. And it's the fact that people like him actually existed. There was people out there just like him during the war. Yeah, he was one of the worst people. Especially when you saw how starved Zussman was at the end. That was horrible. Gotta sleep now. Thank you for the early stream, Pro. Thank you, Ryan. Hey, Pro, it's Ananda. The new Colossus, in Wolfen's, hey, Pro, it's Ananda. Wanted to ask something. Do you know the Roma people? They were one of the people that the Nazis killed. Yes. The Nazis targeted, Roma people. They targeted Jews. They targeted people who were gay, who were handicapped. A lot of Slavic people were murdered as well in the concentration camps. Russians, Poles, Ukrainians, Belarusians. There's a lot of people that the Nazis had targeted, and also there's a lot of people that were put in concentration camps for their religion and also for their political viewpoints. So a lot of different people were put in concentration camps. Also, there was one concentration camp in Germany where the vast majority of the prisoners were actually Polish Catholic priests. It's really horrible. And it's just when you think about stuff like that, you think about, like, you know, how can people do stuff like that? Like, you know, how the fact that like that people went along with doing such horrible, inhuman things like that, and they were perfectly fine and they could sleep at night. This shows you how evil some people are. What is it here? In Wolfenstein 2 to No Colossus, Irene Engel is also really sadistic as well, even though she's not as intelligent as Def Shed, but she's a massive sadist. Isn't she the Nazi officer who basically got like part of her face torn off in the first game? Turner's death in Call of Duty World War II made me cry. No Sacrifice, too great. Yeah, Turner's death was really sad, too. Persian Lessons is a really good film, which shows how horrible concentration camps were. Yes, I actually saw that film. That was, do you know that film was actually based on a true story? That was, that there is a guy who was Jewish in a concentration camp. And he, what he did was he managed to convince the German officer that he wasn't Jewish, but he was Persian. and he even like created like a fake language to pretend that he knew how to speak Persian, because the German officer wanted to learn how to speak Persian because he wanted to open a business in Persia at the end of World War II. And he had supposedly taught the German officer how to speak Persian, but it was all a fake language. And then he managed to survive the war. The German officer, when he went to Persia, I think he got arrested. So he went to Persia learning how to speaking a fake language. But I think that the most I'll tell you this though. I think the most disturbing Holocaust movie out there. I don't think it's Schindler's List is a really good movie too, but I would say that Schindler's List is the second most disturbing movie. And the reason I would say that is because in Schindler's List, it's a true story, and it's also that a lot of the people do end up surviving at the end, the people that Schindler saves. But if you have watched the movie The Boy with the Striped Pajamas, that movie, there's like no hope. Like in Schindler's List, there is some hope because Schindler's trying to save people. But in The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, there's no hope in that movie. No, none whatsoever. The movie has a horrible ending. It's just the movie's ending is just so depressing. It's so horrible. It is the most disturbing Holocaust movie that I've ever seen. But it's a movie that everyone should see. Everybody should see it. I don't know if it's still free on YouTube. It was called The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. It might still be free on YouTube. It was free on YouTube a couple months ago. But that movie, I saw that movie when I was a kid. I remember too, and I was like a teenager. And that movie was just so disturbing. It was so brutal. It was so horrible. There's The Pianist is also a really good movie. Yes, The Pianist. The Pianist is also based on a true story. The movie, the sad thing about The Pianist is the German officer who saved the guy in the movie didn't end up surviving. So he didn't end up surviving Soviet captivity. That's what was sad about that one too. But what was it? Will I ever do a walkthrough on Battlefield Hardline? Yes, Battlefield Hardline. I'll play Battlefield Hardline one day. It's a crime Battlefield game, so it's definitely up my alley on games to play. The most disturbing Pacific World War II movie that I've seen, a movie that covers the Pacific in World War II, is there's this Chinese British film, and it's called City of Life and Death. And basically that movie is about like the rape of Nanking, which is it's like the Japanese had murdered like 250,000 civilians in just 2 weeks. That movie is extremely brutal, graphic, and it's horrible. But that movie is based on true events. It's a movie that everyone should see. Also, that one was just really horrible. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the City of Life and Death. It's a movie everyone should watch too. No, I've never seen Casualties of War. I don't think I heard of Vault 81. I don't remember a lot of the vaults by names. I just remember what happened in the vault. That's how I remember them. Okay, Ananda. The most evil Daedric prince in the Elder Scrolls universe. The most evil Daedric prince in the Elder Scrolls universe. It would have to be Dagon or Molag Bal. That's what I'll say. Dagon or Molag Bal are the worst ones. Shago Gorath, even though Shago Gorath is the Prince of Insanity, he's actually not that bad compared to Molag Bal and Dagon. Molag Bal and Dagon are just evil. I would say that Shago Gorath is more of a bad Daedric prince, but I wouldn't say he's evil. I think it's the two least worst Daedric princes out there are Hircine and Azura. Hircine and Azura are the two least worst Daedric princes. They're the ones who have done the least worst things. Is it here? How come you finished the game, but none of the map has been... Oh, this is just an old save. I finished the game, but this is just an old save. This is basically one of my saves that I used for lore videos. So, like, when I was recording lore videos, I just use this save, and I just go to random parts of the story. That's pretty much what it is. I don't like using the mission replay, because I want to record phone calls, because mission replay doesn't have phone calls in it. So, like, when I want to record essential phone calls in the game, like when I'm doing a lore video, I'll go back, like, in the story, and I'll record, like, the phone calls that are in between missions for, like, lore videos. That's why I'm on this save. Yes, Night, by Eli Wiesel. I've actually read that book a long time ago. That was in school. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Night also the one where there was that that Nazi collaborator? I don't remember where he was. He was Polish or Ukrainian or Belarusian, but I remember that he would he would rip out like the gold teeth from like prisoners. I think that was in Night. That one was really horrible. You know, the thing about it is there's a really good scene in the movie Nuremberg, which I highly suggest that everybody watch the movie Nuremberg. Nuremberg is a movie that takes place after World War II, but it's like where a lot of these, Nazi, war criminals are put on trial. And there's a scene where they basically have like the head of like the Nazi bank on trial, like the director of like the biggest Nazi bank. And what happens is the director of the Nazi bank is basically saying, oh, we had no idea that the government was doing this and all these murders and stuff like that. And the prosecutor says like one simple thing. He says to him, before, 1939, how many people deposited thousands of gold teeth into your bank? And that's like one of the best lines in the game, because the movie, because of the fact is like when they say, oh, the bank says, oh, we didn't know that they were like killing people. No. The Nazi bank made hundreds of millions of dollars just stealing the gold off of these people that they had murdered. They very much knew where this gold was coming from. They very much knew where this stuff was coming from. That they can't use that excuse. The thing is, though, is that there's a new Daedric Prince. What? Really? The thing is, though, is there is a the Japanese war criminals and the Nazi war criminals, when both of them were actually put on trial, they both acted very differently. When the Nazis were put on trial after World War II, most of them did not deny their crimes. They instead just claimed that they were following orders. That's where that whole thing about following orders comes from, and they were basically trying to use that as defense. They were saying, oh, we were following orders, it's not our fault, blah blah blah. Not only were they following orders, but they carried out those orders enjoying it. They believed in those orders. So not only did they follow those orders, they believed in those orders. They didn't question those orders. They did those orders. That is not a defense. You cannot use that as defense, and all of those people deserve to get hanged. So that's like that is just it's such a you see how spineless these people are, like spineless and evil these people are, that these people cannot even admit that they're ashamed to have done horrible things. They just basically say, oh, we were just following orders, it's not our fault. It's just all they care about is just what's going to happen to them. That's like themselves afterwards. They take no responsibilities. People don't sleep at night. Just evil, horrible people. The guy, what's his name? Amon Goff, who's that evil Nazi commander at the end of in Schindler's List. He got hung in Poland. In Poland, they hanged him in Poland after the war. So he definitely deserved that. But I'll say about the Japanese. The Japanese war criminals, when they were put on trial and they were accused of war crimes, they acted a little differently than the Nazis, where the Nazis would claim that they were just following orders. The Japanese, on the other hand, didn't deny the atrocities that they were accused of, but what the Japanese said that we didn't give orders for these atrocities, our soldiers just did it anyway. So basically, the generals of the Japanese army were claiming that they didn't give orders for these massacres to happen, but their soldiers did it anyways. And that's basically saying, oh, I didn't do it, my soldiers did it. So that's how the Japanese war criminals basically were at the in their trials. I didn't do it; my soldiers did it. But here's the thing: rule number one in the military is if you are any kind of military officer, if you're kind of NCO, any kind of military officer, you are responsible for what your soldiers do. So if your soldiers start doing horrible things and you do absolutely nothing to punish them, you are part of that and you are also involved in that. Even if you don't give direct orders to murder people and your soldiers do that and you do absolutely nothing to stop it and punish the people involved in that, then you are just as guilty as the people who are doing it. So you are basically allowing that to happen. So that's what I'll say about that. Well, the Emperor was never put on trial. The Emperor wasn't. MacArthur basically dropped all charges against him. Tojo was put on trial. That's what you might be thinking of. A lot of generals didn't want to testify against Tojo. That's who you might be thinking of. Tojo was the shogun. Hey, Pro, did you see all of Take-Two management were at Haney versus Garcia fight in New York last night, and a lot of known people were with them? Could mean somewhat untouchable Raider. What do you mean? I don't think it means anything. Like when a lot of these executives go to these boxing games, I don't think that means anything. It's just a place where a bunch of all the rich people are gonna go to watch a fight. That's it. I don't think it really means anything. I don't think it's like when the YouTubers like speculate on that. It's like, oh, the Take-Two CEOs went to a boxing fight. Well, okay. They're going there for entertainment. So like I don't get like how some of these YouTubers, they make like these nonsense videos just like talking about that. It's just like a way for them to make an easy video without any effort and just make money off of it. This is monetize, affiliate with ads. That's just pretty much what it is. It's like yeah. The Russian sleep experiment, was that real? Who am I cosplaying as? I'm cosplaying as Gus from Breaking Bad. Okay, so I guess I'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. Does anybody have any questions before I go here? I'll answer any questions before I go here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. It does help me out. Battlefield Hardline I'll play one day. No, I never watched Oppenheimer. Are you doing more Bully videos? I want to do a video on Bully and the historical facts. That's what I want to do a video on. Like examining the historical facts in it. Wait, who are you talking about, Ian? Tank God, is Mandy the canon girlfriend for Jimmy? The final girlfriend, I think, is the canon girlfriend. Oh, wow, I see it now, Ian. Wait. What is that? Eugenics, is that a Nazi bolt there? Why do you have that in your profile name? Is that an SS symbol? Are you a fan of General Grievous? I do like General Grievous a bit too. Yeah, I just see it now. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that on his I didn't see that on his profile. I apologize for that. Well, even if you aren't like a racist like eugenics, like just change that, please. Like I don't know why you have that in your like those bolts in your name too. Like I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that was in his name. I'm gonna hang on a second here. And go into chat here. Wait for what, Mr. Rage? Okay, here it is. Here's the comment. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna remove this account from chat here. Okay. You gotta change your name, dude. That's just unacceptable. I'm sorry about that, guys. I just realized it here. Having Nazi thunderbolts is bad, but what about Imperial Japanese flag? You're talking about the Rising Sun. The Rising Sun is also bad too. You know, it's just the flag of the Empire of Japan that committed, you know, horrible atrocities. Here. But Eugenics, you gotta change that name. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized it, and that and the lightning bolts too. I apologize for that. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Patrick. It's alarming to see how many of those people are increasing on the internet. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I sold my stuff. Thank you for anyone that helps me. No problem. While you're here. Will I do a playthrough of the Splinter Cell games? I'll do them one day. Yeah. Any movie recommendations? Make sure you check out City of Life and Death. It was a British Chinese film that I was talking about earlier. It's a video about like what the Japanese did in Nanking during World War II. Why did the Holy Roman Empire have so many states in it, stretching all the way from Germany to Italy? It was just a loose, you know, confederation of a bunch of different city-states. Yeah, I was a bit confused by it too. I was in, and then you know, I didn't realize what it was. Thank you for telling me, Ian. And then the lightning bolts after eugenics, I was just confused on what that was, but I removed it from the chat. Were you in a clique in school? I was never part of like any group in school. I usually kept to myself. Don't worry, I was slow to that too. Yeah, I don't blame yourself too, Chaz, because I didn't see it for some time too. Thank you for telling me about it, guys in the chat. But that guy, you got to change your name, dude, because that's just it's just offensive. It's just not cool, dude. Get yourself a soft drink of choice, professional. Thank you, Biggie. Are you playing story mode tonight? No, I'm about to wrap up the stream. Okay, so I guess I'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. I have another part of Fallout tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.